Paramount's bad call on Speed might be one of the biggest mistakes in Hollywood history. Speed won 2 Oscars 30 years ago this winter, so here are some things I bet you never knew about it. The story behind Speed starts with a mistaken memory of the 1985 film Runaway Train. Basically, Canadian TV host Elway Yost was telling his screenwriter son, Graham Yost, about this great movie from 1985 centered around an out-of-control train and the bomb on board. Except in reality, there was no bomb in the movie Runaway Train. But this got Graham Yost thinking, what if there was a bomb on a bus, and it would detonate if the bus's speed dropped below 20 miles per hour? That sounded like a movie, except a friend then suggested that it should be 50 miles per hour. And so Yost began writing the script, which he first titled Minimum Speed. He'd later dropped the word minimum to avoid negative connotations with that word. Yost's first draft was set entirely on the bus. There was no elevator or subway scenes, and the bus was going to drive around Dodger Stadium and ultimately crash into the Hollywood sign. The ending was inspired by the 1976 movie Silver Streak. When it was done, Yost pitched the screenplay to Paramount Pictures, and he thought that Die Hard director John McTiernan should make the movie. McTiernan declined, though, because he thought it was too similar to Die Hard. Michael Bay really wanted to direct the project, but McTiernan suggested Jan de Bont, who was a cinematographer with 25 years of experience on movies like Cujo, Basic Instinct, and Die Hard. This would become Jan de Bont's directorial debut. Around this time, Jeff Speakman was offered the lead role of Jack, but then Paramount passed on Speed, thinking people wouldn't want to watch a movie entirely set on a bus. Big mistake. 20th Century Fox then agreed to greenlight the movie, but only if Yost and de Bont added some action scenes beyond the bus. De Bont suggested the opening elevator scene, inspired by his own experience getting trapped in an elevator while shooting Die Hard. And de Bont also came up with the subway scene as one final plot twist at the end of the movie. Fox dropped Jeff Speakman as the lead role and instead offered the part to Stephen Baldwin. Baldwin turned it down, thinking it was a ripoff of Die Hard. Richard Grieco also declined the part and later said that he regretted it. Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, Wesley Snipes, and Woody Harrelson were all considered at one point, but de Bont finally cast Keanu Reeves after seeing him in Point Break. Reeves went through physical training in preparation for the movie, and he shaved his head for the role, which Fox didn't love. Annie was originally written to be a black paramedic, as to justify her ability to drive the bus. Fox first offered the part to Halle Berry, who turned it down, but also said that she later regretted it. Through rewrites, the character then became a bit of a comic relief sidekick, so they considered Ellen DeGeneres. But then it was rewritten again as to be more of a love interest, which led to Sandra Bullock. Meryl Streep, Kim Basinger, and Anne Heche were also offered or considered for the role, but they declined. A week before filming was set to start, Joss Whedon was brought in to do rewrites. He softened Jack, making him less of a maverick and a bit more earnest. He turned Alan Ruck's character from a lawyer into a hapless tourist. Also, Jeff Daniels' character in the movie was supposed to be the main villain, but once Dennis Hopper was cast as Howard Payne, they shifted Daniels' part to be more non-complicit in the scheme. Joss Whedon also came up with the line, "Pop quiz, hotshot." Fox gave the movie a $37 million budget, and cameras started rolling on September 7th, 1993 in Los Angeles. The opening elevator scene was done with an 80-foot model of a 50-story elevator shaft. The fictional 33 downtown bus route in the movie was modeled off the big blue bus that serves Santa Monica. The production used 14 buses total, 2 of which were destroyed in explosions. Many of the freeway scenes were shot on the 105 and 110, some at the Judge Harry Pregerson interchange, which was under construction during filming. De Bont noticed some unfinished sections of the freeway during a location scout and suggested that they add a bus jump to the script. The bus jump scene was executed with a specially equipped bus and a ramp. The driver was suspended in a shock-absorbing harness on board to keep him safe upon landing. The first try didn't work. The driver missed the ramp and damaged the bus beyond repair, so a second bus was prepped for the jump, and then the stunt driver nailed it in one take. Only problem was the bus traveled further than expected and destroyed one of the cameras. Thankfully, a separate camera 90 feet away captured the stunt. The bus didn't actually jump over any gaps in the road. CGI was used in post to create the appearance of a gap in the freeway. In 2009, Mythbusters debunked the feasibility that a bus could actually do the jump in real life. One of the buses used in the film was auctioned off in 2018 for $102,000. Keanu Reeves lost his good friend River Phoenix in the middle of filming. In response, Jan de Bont adjusted the filming schedule to make it a little easier on Keanu. The actor then expressed hesitation about doing the action scenes. He reportedly told the director, "I'm not an action hero. I don't like it. I don't know how to do it." Which is ironic considering he'd become known for action over the rest of his career. Anyway, the two of them used this reluctance on screen as Keanu's character was unwittingly forced into being a hero as well. Reeves became more comfortable with stunt work as the filming went on. He secretly prepared the Jaguar to bus jump with the stunt team and eventually performed it himself in the film against de Bont's wishes. They shot the finale at the Mojave Airport, standing in for LAX, and the Red Line subway was done with a 1/8 scale model. Filming wrapped on December 23rd, 1993. 1993. Speed opened on 2,138 screens in the US and Canada on June 10th, 1994. It hit number 1, grossing $14.5 million domestic opening weekend, before going on to gross $350 million total worldwide, about 10 times its budget, making it the 6th highest grossing movie of 1994. And this was Sandra Bullock's highest grossing film until Gravity in 2013. Critics loved Speed. Today, 95% of the 79 reviews assessed by Rotten Tomatoes are positive. Roger Ebert, for example, gave it 4 out of 4 stars and called it a manic exhilaration. It made dozens of year-end best lists. Quentin Tarantino said it was one of his favorite movies from 1992 to 2009, and Empire named it 451 on its list of the 500 greatest movies ever in 2008. Speed was nominated for 2 Oscars, Best Sound and Best Sound Effects Editing, winning both of them. It also won 2 BAFTAs, Best Sound and Best Editing. And the movie also won 5 MTV Movie Awards, including Dennis Hopper for Best Villain. And I just love the idea that Dennis Hopper had a golden popcorn trophy on his mantle. In 1997, Jan de Bont and Sandra Bullock returned for Speed 2 Cruise Control. Keanu passed on the project to do The Devil's Advocate instead. He was replaced with Jason Patric, playing a new character. Sandra Bullock also initially declined Speed 2, but later agreed to come back for a $13 million salary and funding for her drama Hope Floats. Writer Graham Yost says he was not asked to return. Speed 2 is about an out-of-control cruise ship and includes a $5 million climax in which de Bont crashed a life-size replica of a cruise ship bow into a custom-built 35-building town in St. Martin. They built all of that to scale. Speed 2 cost as much as $160 million to make and grossed $164 million at the box office, meaning after marketing and the cut that theaters take from box office returns, it did not turn a profit. It's considered one of the worst sequels ever. Just 4% of the 76 reviews assessed by Rotten Tomatoes are positive. Speed, though, continues to have a lasting legacy in pop culture, and it's been referenced by The Simpsons, various Grand Theft Auto games, the Sonic movie, the 2018 Spider-Man video game, and many more. And it's all because someone's dad misremembered the plot of Runaway Train.